The original Carjack Streets is lauded for being one of the first Grand Theft Auto-style games to be released on the App Store, in this case emulating the top-down perspective of the first two titles in that series. A little over 3 years later, and the director's cut is released. What are the differences, you asked? Increased frame rate, retina graphics, and achievement and leaderboard support. How does the actual game hold up after all this time, especially now that GTA games themselves are on the platform alongside who knows how many other clones and copies? Sadly, not that well. The actual on-foot movement is handled by a touchscreen D-pad. Shooting in the direction you want is a bit wonky, but it works. The driving though, just what is happening there? You've got an accelerator and a brake like most games, but instead of using a D-pad or an analog stick, you use this kind of gear shift analog where the direction you press clunks the stick in that direction, and then to change the direction you need to lock it into another direction on its wheel. It makes any notion of tight driving a pipe dream, and seeing that a lot of time in sandbox games is spent jacking and driving cars, this is a serious problem. The comparisons to Grand Theft Auto and its sequel are apt, as if you've played them, especially on their release, loading up Carjack Streets will remind you of that time spent. The lighting engine is quite similar, and some of the car sprites look like they could have been lifted out of those games. The sound in the world is very sparse, with general sound effects reacting to your actions and almost no ambient noise. Upon entering a vehicle, however, there is a selection of music tracks that enhance the driving experience. If this was made as an homage to those early GTA games, mission accomplished. Over the time spent reviewing games, we've discovered that sometimes control issues can be subjective. Some people either effortlessly click with the control system, while others have the time and patience to adapt to what the game asks of you. We imagine that our reaction to the driving of this game might meet with such response. The feel of a game is very important, however, and if something feels off and is fighting your interaction, then your experience is going to be a frustrating or negative one. Controls aside, Carjack Streets might have been novel in 2009 for bringing an open-world crime sandbox to the App Store, but in 2012 the issues really stand out amongst the competition, and all this director's cut is doing is highlighting them when we assume it was meant to cash in on the game's initial success. This has been Andrew with AppSpy.com. We review, you decide.